GH spoilers. Sonny and Alexis could fall for each other again, but would Kristina approve? General Hospital, GH, spoilers reveal Sonny Corinthos, Morris Bernard, and Alexis Davis, Nancy Lee Gran, are two grown adults who can make their own decisions. If they want to hop back into bed with one another after all these years, that is their choice to make. But that doesn't mean there won't be consequences for their actions. While we're not expecting an unintended pregnancy this time around, not everyone will be thrilled with the thought of Alexis getting wrapped up with a mob maestro. Kristina Corinthos Davis, Kate Mancy, could relish the idea of her parents being the couple, but she may be the only one in their corner. Will that result in Kristina making it her mission to squash anyone who speaks against them? This can't end well. General Hospital spoilers, reunited, and it feels so good. No one will be able to say they saw this one coming, but we'd be lying if we said we didn't wonder why Sonny was so willing to throw himself into prison for the rest of his life to protect Alexis. Sure, it's the right thing to do not to let Alexis go away for his crime. But it was a bit of a reach offering to confess to every crime he has ever committed with the caveat of not going down for Kate's murder, and not letting anyone else go down for it either. Was that foreshadowing of just how much he actually cares about Alexis? GA spoilers. Hint: Alexis Davis isn't herself. Normally, we say Sonny will fall for any woman who shows him affection or needs him. And right now, Alexis definitely needs someone. Anyone. But she's not typically the type to just fall into bed with someone because she's sad. Rather, she typically isolates and tries to focus on whatever will keep her busy, as long as she's not drinking, which she isn't. But something tells us the more time she and Sonny spend together, the more she's going to find he understands how she feels, and is more of a friend to her than anyone else is at the moment. Maybe that's all that she needs in this weak moment. General Hospital spoilers. Is Sonny Corinthos taking advantage? Of course, if word spreads that Sonny and Alexis are enjoying one another's company, it's not going to hit everyone who cares about them the same way. Carly Spencer, Laura Wright, and Jason Morgan, Steve Burton are likely to mind their own business, as will Michael Corinthos, Chad Dull, but we can't say the same for Alexis' crew. Diane Miller, Carolyn Hennessy, could be sandwiched in the middle and find this to be a very bad idea. And Molly Lansing Davis, Kristen Veganos, is likely to agree with her, though it may be because she thinks Sonny is taking advantage of her mother at such a vulnerable time. Kristina, on the other hand, may relish the idea of having her parents back together. How do you see this working out? Stay tuned for more GH news and spoilers just ahead. As the drama unfolds on General Hospital, a familiar yet tantalizing possibility begins to emerge. Sonny Corinthos and Alexis Davis may be on the brink of rekindling their old flame. While the prospect of the mob boss and the sharp-witted lawyer revisiting their past relationship is intriguing, there's a complication that could prove tricky. Kristina Corinthos Davis, Sonny's daughter and Alexis' estranged daughter, may not be on board. With a relationship that's always been fraught with tension and complex emotions, will Kristina approve of her parents' potential reunion, or will the idea of Sonny and Alexis together drive a further wedge between them? A history of love, loss, and the passage of time. For those who have followed General Hospital for years, the love story between Sonny and Alexis has always had an undeniable magnetism. In the late 90s and early 2000s, the two shared a flirtation that soon blossomed into a deep and passionate romance. Despite the power struggle between Sonny's life in the mob and Alexis' career as a lawyer, there was an undeniable connection between them. It was a relationship marked by both high passion and moments of heartbreak. However, their paths diverged over time, as Sonny's world of danger and violence proved too much for Alexis to tolerate. They had their share of miscommunications, misunderstandings, and ultimately, a dramatic breakup that saw Alexis marry other men, including Rick Lansing. But the love they shared never truly dissipated, lingering beneath the surface as both characters moved on with their lives, but never quite found the same connection with anyone else. Now with both Sonny and Alexis in a very different place, Sonny a little more reflective after his struggles with the cartel, and Alexis more independent and self-assured after her tumultuous past with Julian Jerome and her stint in prison. It seems that the emotional rawness they once shared may be ready to reignite. But in the midst of all this potential, there's one major roadblock: Kristina. Kristina's conflict, Daddy's little girl, or a woman who needs to find her own path. Kristina has always been at the center of the family drama. As Sonny's only daughter with Alexis, she's been a central character in the tug-of-war between her parents' worlds. On one hand, she's always had a deep love and loyalty to her father, Sonny, despite his mob connections and morally questionable decisions. On the other hand, she's had a more complicated, sometimes strained relationship with Alexis, who, though a loving mother, has often been distant, torn between her professional career and her family's needs. Over the years, Kristina has struggled to reconcile the different parts of herself: her loyalty to Sonny, her desire for Alexis' approval, and her need to forge an identity outside of their shadows. She's been through her own emotional turmoil, from her abusive relationship with Kiefer to her journey of self-discovery as she grappled with her sexuality and sexuality's place within her family dynamics. Through it all, Kristina's reaction to her parents' romantic entanglements has been less than favorable. In particular, she's never truly embraced the idea of Sonny and Alexis being together, not even in the early days of their relationship when she was younger. Kristina always felt torn, struggling with conflicting feelings of love and resentment. The core issue was that Sonny's world, the world that he pulled Alexis into, was simply too dangerous for her to handle, and she resented him for dragging her mother into that chaos. The thought of her parents reuniting could bring those old wounds to the surface again, creating an emotional conflict that Kristina may not be able to navigate easily. The push and pull. Can Sonny and Alexis find their way back? While Kristina may harbor doubts, the reality of Sonny and Alexis' potential romance is something that could evolve slowly and naturally, especially as both characters find themselves in the midst of a period of growth. Sonny, who has endured much heartache in his life, particularly after the death of his former wife, Carly Corinthos, may be looking for stability and emotional healing, things Alexis has always been able to offer. Alexis, too, may find herself drawn to Sonny again. Despite the difficulties they faced, he's always been someone who could handle her sharp wit and strong will, and she's no stranger to the pull of their past. But both will need to navigate the fragile family dynamics that have always been in play. Alexis is likely to be aware of the strain that reuniting with Sonny could cause for her relationship with Kristina, and Sonny's protective nature over his daughter may lead him to hesitate. There's a delicate balance between love, loyalty, and protecting the ones you care about. And both Sonny and Alexis have seen their fair share of heartache from trying to balance family obligations with their desires. Kristina's approval. A complicated path to acceptance. For Kristina, the idea of her parents reconciling may be especially difficult, considering the unresolved emotions she has toward both of them. While she may love and respect her mother, Alexis' past decisions, such as marrying Julian Jerome, and the secrets surrounding her dealings with mobsters, have kept her at a distance emotionally. Kristina has always felt torn between these two conflicting worlds. The one her mother represents, filled with intellectual rigor and personal independence, and the chaotic, violent world her father lives in. Kristina's approval may not come easily, especially given her own evolving sense of self. She's no longer the rebellious daughter she once was. Kristina has grown into someone more mature, more attuned to the complexity of her family. But that doesn't mean she'll easily accept a reunion between Sonny and Alexis. The risk of another broken heart, another betrayal, is something that Kristina may fear above all else. After all, she's witnessed her mother endure heartbreak after heartbreak, much of it tied to men who haven't been able to give her the love and security she deserves. On the other hand, if Kristina can see the emotional maturity that has developed in both Sonny and Alexis over the years, she might come to recognize that they're no longer the same people who once broke her heart. As her parents find their way through their own emotional healing, Kristina might find it easier to accept that their reunion could be different this time. The bigger picture: family, forgiveness, and new beginnings. In the end, the question isn't just about whether Kristina will approve of Sonny and Alexis getting back together. It's about whether Sonny and Alexis can put their past behind them and find a way to create a new chapter in their lives, one that includes their family, their love for each other, and the forgiveness that may be required for everyone involved.